Day 22 of the fast, uh, February 22nd, 9:52 p.m., 2024. For real this time. Yesterday I got my days confused. It was actually the 21st yesterday. Anyway, I decided to do an instant gratification and sugar fast 22 days ago to get closer to myself and to God. And I have 2 days off tomorrow. And I got a lot to do. But if I were to choose a focus, I want to level up my drawing by at least 3 levels tomorrow. But I want to do more, of course, but look at this. It was like, they're decent, but that is the face of pain right there. It kind of looks like the dude I was drawing, but you know, I definitely need to learn a lot more. Thinking about joining a community, there's plenty of them out there. And I was like, just go on Discord and look for an artist community that I can send my drawings to and get feedback on. Because I actually did, I was trying to study a little bit about it today. And yeah, I don't think it looks bad by any means, but it definitely could look a lot better. And that's without all the shading and stuff. I think it could just overall look a lot better. Maybe I should start going into stylized drawings. I think I'm too afraid to actually do that because I'm so focused on trying to learn the structure of things. But so far, everything I have seen that I've done research on, it's like they say if you want to do stylized drawings, you got to do that right away. You got to practice stylized drawings. You can practice structure as well, but you're supposed to practice style as well. And I don't need a specific art style, but I at least want to be able to draw comics and anime. I already got a comic story in mind for my games, and then I have to find out how to do pixel art, but we'll get to that later. There's right now I just gotta work a pencil. I start small. It's all about progress. As long as I am making progress, I am doing good. And if I am not making progress and hit a plateau, I just got to keep chipping at it until eventually I make progress again, because everybody runs into those. And yeah, doesn't matter how many walls I hit, I at least have the strength to climb them. And I hope you do too. When it comes to progress, it's important to just keep on going, even if you see nothing happening. It was you continue and you'll get better. Everybody goes at their own pace. It's all about maintenance when it comes to these things. It was right now I'm drinking a chai because I I feel more creative at night and sometimes even more awake. So I decided to supercharge that with a little bit of caffeine because I was feeling a little tired. Will I regret it later? Maybe, but we'll see. Ideally, this will supercharge my learning because I try to use caffeine as a tool, and I've learned not to abuse it anymore, which is why I was abstaining from it for 3 days because I noticed it was losing its potency. But yeah, tonight is going to be a lot of drawing. Tomorrow is going to be a lot of drawing. And I also need to figure out my situation with the cars. I already have potential buyers lined up for both of them. Somebody I told somebody at my job, and they're interested in one of them. They said they'll take a look at it. And then I also have somebody from my old job who expressed that he really wanted the car, even while I was being given the car. And yeah, ideally I can sell the car that isn't too broken for like 1,200, and the other car for like 800 minimum. If not, I can take it to the scrapyard for 500. But I'm gonna try and get a little more with that so I can use it to boost and reclaim my savings, attain financial freedom faster. Not because I'm not willing to put in the work, but just because I want to get started to now. I've decided today that I decided 22 days ago that I'm done messing around. I'm playing to kill this time. I will achieve my goals, whatever I say they are, and I will accept nothing less. As 4-month fast will be completed, I will get to a like a professional-ish rate with art, and I will find a way to streamline my income so I don't have to worry about not being able to eat sometimes. Which that could also be my money saving habits, which are a little better, but they're still not peak. They could definitely be better. But also, so I can do fun things like go talk with friends, go to little events, and maybe even travel the world a little bit. Definitely want to do that before I'm 30. I actually have like a list on my wall, 100 things to do before I'm 30. I don't remember what inspired me, but I have 43 things I want to achieve before I'm 30. And I'm already on track to half of them. The others require resources. So yeah. Yeah, I could probably look at this and cross off some of it. Now I think about it. Looking up at it, that would probably be a huge confidence boost. But it's all about progress. As long as you are getting back up after you get knocked down. It's like maybe something like an addiction or a 4-month fast is too much for you right now, so start small. It was like there's got to be something that you don't like to do, right? And I talked about in the previous video how there's a specific part of your brain that's responsible for impulse control and discipline. And you can grow it by doing things you don't like. So think about something that you don't like to do that you could probably tolerate or at least, show up to the task. And start with that. If it's like drinking your coffee black some mornings, do that. If it's going out for a run for like 10 seconds, do that. You got to start somewhere. I can't promise that you'll be able to like sprint as soon as you go outside, but I can promise you can at least walk. Just keep making progress. God doesn't help those who don't help themselves. I've learned this lesson many times over. Nothing's just going to fall into your lap. He rewards the people who work for their blessings. They who at least place themselves in the places to receive their blessings. If you want the blessing of wealth, then you should learn financial literacy so that you can do that. God gave us a very powerful tool as humans, which separates us from the animals, and that's our brains. Our brains are problem solvers. Animals, for the most part, they solve problems by adapting, but we can solve problems just by living. And there are some animals that are smarter than others, and I think that's actually a result of just they might be evolving a little bit. It was like because they're around us humans, they're getting influenced by us humans, so they might be becoming a little smarter, which is why some of them are even learning English at the some point. And also, some of them were already able to do that. Like cats will mimic the sounds of their prey. Pretty like this goes for wild cats and house cats. The sound of their prey to make them feel more comfortable so they can get an easier kill. And I feel like they're not the only ones who can do it. Though, the one thing, if there is anything that separates us from animals, I say it's the ability it's the ability to make progress constantly. It's not adaptation. It is kind of, but it's more problem solving than anything. You should find any small way to exercise that. Like I said, it could be things that you don't even think about. Like I said, maybe you're conquering your addiction is too much. Maybe conquering some things are too much. It's too big of a goal right now. It's important to be honest. Sometimes things are too big, but there is something very tiny that you can start with. And it's important for us to be honest with ourselves about that too. But more importantly, we have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Because I've actually learned that if you are confused and frustrated, that's actually your brain making progress. It's trying to solve the problem and it's frustrated that it can't. But if you give it time and keep trudging away, maybe you don't have to trudge away that day. But if you give it time, it will find a way to solve your problem. I think growing up is mostly finding out that a lot of things were easier than you once thought they were. And that there's always a way to do something if you put your mind to it. So with that being said, I hope you all are taking care of yourselves. God bless you in your endeavors.